Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Bunch of slap-jawed faggots around here.
Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome back to another Nibbling Live. Here we go again. It's another day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Well, it's not really a beautiful day. Let's go ahead and we're going to say hi to everybody in the chat. What's up, Snortopupus Cuber? Hello, humans and other critters. Always good to see you, sir. We're doing okay. Talking a little bit in the chat, and I hope you're doing well too. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right there, and a lot of our so-called leaders that are just absolutely ignoring the suffering of everybody that suffered through the Hurricane Helene. Bunch of scumbags, man. Bunch of scumbags. So always playing the game, ignoring what's going on, try to claim their help when they're not doing shit. When we know people that are in those areas or close enough to those areas that are absolutely getting zero fucking help. But they got all kinds of money to send overseas, right? Yeah, well, let's send all that money overseas. I mean, did we all forget about what they did with the people over in Hawaii? Huh? How much they got? $700 a person? Oh, joy. Yeah, they really give a shit about us. What's going on, Chaos Hoy? Anybody else that's watching in the chat that hasn't chimed in, thank you for joining us. You can spend your time anywhere, but you chose to spend it with this naughty, naughty pig. Most hated guinea pig online, period. And YouTube, your bullshit, I'm going to be having another rebuttal for all that nonsense that you're pulling to with your left-wing propaganda bullshit. Like, seriously, I'm just so sick of it. And a lot of people are just tired of it. And you need to be called out on it. And I'm waiting for you, son of a bitches, because I'm going to be changing up music, too. What's up, Cotton? Good to see you, man. I'm going to be changing some more music up soon because it just never ends with all the copyright strikes. Anybody who's ever run a channel long enough knows that YouTube never stops with these copyright strikes. Anybody could sit there and put a copyright strike against somebody and just claim it's theirs. And regardless of whether they answer or not, guess what? YouTube buries your content for at least 30 days, which absolutely kills it in the algorithm. So it's going to hardly be seen unless it's being seen by people that are actually subscribed to your channel and they actually go looking for it. It's just kind of bullshit that they play all the time. And I've run across this numerous times. The last big event was when I did one for Christmas. So I did the 6 Pigs of Christmas. The music was free music that I used. I altered it a little bit. And then I turned and put it up with my own lyrics. Completely 100% something I did. It's considered parody. Well, some other dickbag YouTuber decided he was going to claim it, even though he didn't own the music. He didn't own the music, but he claimed it anyway. And of course, he had no rebuttal to my appeal because he couldn't prove it was his. But it got buried for 30 days, and by then it was already moot. And the idea of the video being a Christmas video was absolutely just smashed by a bigger YouTuber who wanted to be a dickbag and make sure that his shit got seen instead. And that's just the kind of nonsense. There's absolutely no oversight into the shit that YouTube does. They pull these fucking games and they try to claim. So I'm going to be doing a lot more of my own original music and putting it up. And I want some of these dickbags to go ahead and claim it. Because I tell you what, when they claim it, I'm not going to sit there in the appeal and say it's mine. And this, I'm not going to go through all that. I'm just going to say, hey, where do you want my lawyer to send paperwork to? What contact do you want? Where is it got to be sent? And it's going to be the same for YouTube. Do you want it sent to your main office, or do you have a specific place that it has to be sent to for lawsuits? Because that's what I'm going to do at this point. Because I've had enough of the bullshit. These people, they need to be called out in this shit, and they need to be held accountable. So that's what I'm going to be doing moving forward. There's going to be some changes to collectible past as well. Yeah, the left wing FJ toilet tube. Yeah, politics. Oh Jesus, they waste money on bullshit. They absolutely do. It's absolutely insane what they're doing to those people right now in Tennessee, North Carolina, parts of Georgia, Florida. Like, it's ridiculous what this storm did. And these son of the bitches, they're making it a big political ad for them. Oh, we're going to be helping. Really, really, like Kamala. I'm going to be going to the affected area when I'm not going to get in the way. What, 3.5 years from now? Is that when you're going to go there? Is that when you're going to show up? With any luck, you won't be anywhere near a political office by then. You fucking whore. I keep hearing that we should be blaming all this on the juice. Big Cranberry is lying to you. These fucking people are absurd. They're absolutely absurd. And the people that are on the ground trying to help, what do with people like that? They mock them. They say it's all political theater and everything like that. And I'm sure to a degree it is. I'm not going to say that people on both sides don't play that political theater game, because they absolutely do. 90% of politicians are corrupt. There's very few that are not corrupt at this point. If not, why would they make fucking political theater a fucking job? It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be public service. That's the whole idea of being a politician. It's service to your fucking town, to your county, to your city, to your state. That's what it's supposed to be. And they turned it into a fucking career. It was never meant to be such. That's what you do. You get rid of the ability of these politicians to make this shit a career, and all of a sudden that's when you're actually going to start seeing changes. Until that happens, yeah, unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with the nonsense of greedy political figures fucking making a buck off the back of the American worker. And that's just the way it is. And if it's not the worker, it's people like myself, like some of the other people that I know, that like Adam Shawhan, that are on disability, because, well, politics actually caused us to fucking wind up going into disability. We didn't start out that way. We wanted to fucking keep working. I was making a lot more money when I was working as an auto mechanic, when I was doing stuff like that, or when I was doing side jobs like doing tattooing or going out to the flea market and selling shit as a vendor. I was making a lot more money then than I'm making on disability. But they think it's like I'm like having the time of my life sitting here in fucking pain all the time, while doctors say that they can't do nothing for me, and then they won't even prescribe me pain medication for it. Yeah, that's fucking joy. Yeah. Fucking back is fucking killing me, man. Absolutely fucking killing me all the fucking time, and I can't get any fucking relief with it because of the way that these fucking politicians did shit. And why did they do all that shit? Because of fucking high profile people like fucking actors and sports people that were fucking abusing the shit. Oh, we need to have laws on there because people are getting addicted to it. Yeah, well, what about the people that are just fucking suffering, can't get any fucking relief? Oh, yeah, we don't fucking absolutely matter because we're not in the fucking limelight. We're not in the fucking spotlight, so we don't fucking matter. We're just the fucking plebs, Assholes. What's going on, Slasher? What up, buddy? What's up, Iceman? Good to see you guys. I don't know if anybody wants to stop in. Another one, I didn't really do much announcing for this shit. I'm just going to start doing these right around 6 o'clock on Tuesday from now on. So if anybody wants to stop in, just let me know and I can throw you a link. Politics, jobs is to serve the people, not companies. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Unfortunately, it's turned around and it's become all about big business for these people. I mean, look at all the money that the fucking Pelosi's made off shit. They knew a crash was coming with that company, and all of a sudden they cashed out, made all kinds of money. You telling me that there's nothing corrupt about that? It's absolute horse shit. And they just get away with it. Nobody says nothing. Like all these other motherfuckers that are sitting there in office and say they don't like that shit. What are they really doing about it besides sitting there and virtue signaling, saying something should be done? Stop talking about it. Start doing something. Or really, what needs to happen is you all need to be removed from office. Install me. I will be the first emperor. I will not abuse these newfound powers that you have given me. I promise you will all be on stakes. What's going on, men's room, man? What's up, Seth? Hell, bro, we're going live at 8:30 to cover the debate live. You're welcome to come. Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't think I'm really doing much else today. Other than preparing for the toy stream. I'm not going to be doing a whole lot, and I've already got some stuff prepared ahead of time. It's just the uploading process for me that kills me, and that's usually better late at night. So if I start uploading like 2, 3 in the morning, that's usually my best time to upload, and I have the least amount of fucking problems with it. So yeah. Have Adam shoot me over the link or whatever, or I think you're following me on Twats if you want to send the link, whatever, Don't matter. I'm easy to get a hold of. I'm not hard to get a hold of. But I hope every last one of you are doing okay. I don't know if any of you got affected by any of the bullshit that's going on, but man, just be safe out there. And especially with all the nonsense that's going on with these strikes now too. Whew, with these dock workers and shit. And I've been saying for a long time what crap unions are. I was in a union when I used to work for the Department of Health in New Jersey. That was a union job, and that union in there did absolutely nothing. They did absolutely nothing to help me out whatsoever. Did shit, jack shit. So when I hear these people talking about fucking unions are great and everything like that, unions are the backbone of it. No, they're fucking not. Unions are all about making money for themselves and actually fuck the workers. And that's what it really is. And so when I hear these motherfuckers talking about that shit, I get fucking pissed. I get mad as hell. And I'm sorry. I mean, maybe there's a few unions out there that try to do right by the workers, but most of them in it for themselves. If not, why are they taking such a big cut out of people's fucking paychecks? What's up, Draven? That's how our union is. It helps sometimes, but for the most part, it does nothing. Yeah, and that's what most of them are like from what I've seen. I mean, I've only been in a few unions with certain jobs, and yeah, they did jack shit. I did the best that I've ever done as far as financially, working for companies that didn't have unions. I got better pay raises. I had 2 jobs out of all the jobs I've ever been. I had 2 jobs that actually based my pay and my promotion on my actual performance. Most other jobs don't do that, especially union jobs, because you got seniority when you're in the union. So the person with more seniority in the union is going to get the next job promotion first. He's going to get the pay raise first. And it's absolute horseshit. How the fuck is that as far as these weirdo left wingers are concerned? How is that their fucking equity? How is that fucking equality? It's fucking not. It's fucking trash. Chaos Boy, I will never work for union jobs again. No, I want no part of them. No part of them. Like, even if they were to come up with some kind of miracle cure to fix my fucking back and I could go back to work, I would never work at another job that has a fucking union. Not unless there's a fucking opt-out for it. Like, 'cause I want no part of that shit. They could take their union jobs and they could shove it right up their ass. And as far as that scumbag talking about, I'm going to cripple this country and shit like that, bragging about it. This is a union guy. This is the people that people you should be cheering for. The fuck out of here. They can miss me with all that bullshit. Absolute fucking garbage. Absolute garbage. They really do drive me absolutely insane. And I literally have no patience for them anymore. My patience is worn thin. I had a low tolerance for fucking stupid people to begin with. But these motherfuckers lately with all their bullshit, and especially all the fucking propaganda crap that they're spewing on fucking Twitter, a fucking twat on a fucking daily basis, it's enough to drive anybody insane. It's fucking absurd. Cool. All right. I got that, men's room. Thank you. Man, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You got to keep fighting it. And this is one thing I would say for all my friends out there that sometimes feel like there ain't no hope. This is what they want from you. They want you to not have hope. They want you to be so fucking miserable to the point that, yeah, you're giving up. And you can't give up. You got to fight them every step of the way. Because the minute you give up, they got you. They got you. At that point, if you feel like there is no hope and it's all over, you know what? You might as well just join the other side then at that point. I'm sorry. That's just the way I see it. And it really is a shame that so many people have gotten that discouraged now, that they're literally giving up. Like, people that I seen that were fighting this shit left and right. You know, people that were speaking out against it. Now it's like there's no hope. You can't be that way. You can't be that way. Believe me, if I was one of those people that thought like that, I would have gave up a long time ago. The minute I couldn't fucking do anything without fucking being in constant pain, I should have gave up a long time ago. I should have. But I'm not going to. They're going to get every last fucking fight out of me with every fucking breath that I have. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a fucking politician. I don't care if it's these fucking weirdo simps that are simping for these people, spewing out all kinds of garbage. I don't care if it's companies like YouTube. I am going to fight them every fucking step of the way. I may have points where I have to walk away and step back for a little while because things have gotten so bad for me, maybe physically, or there's too much going on. Like I had, just a month ago, where my finances were so bad and so in the fucking shitter that I had to spend every last moment that I have looking through shit to try to sell so I can keep things afloat. I mean, fortunately, we find ourselves in a position where we are. I would say that we're okay now. We're treading water, but it's not a permanent fix. It's a temporary solution. And when that money runs out, we could find ourselves in the same position I was in before. And at this point, it's getting to the point where I don't know how much shit that I have left to lean on, because selling on eBay and selling collectibles is not what it used to be. That has been turned upside down, and half the shit is worth a fraction of what it used to be. But Tulsi is so pretty. And, that's another thing, Papa. All these people, they sit there and they simp for these politicians or these other figureheads that, maybe they got looks and everything like that. Fuck that shit, man. It needs to be the content of the fucking character first. I don't give a shit if you're drop dead gorgeous. If you are a pile of shit mentally, I don't want nothing to fucking do with them. I'm sorry. And so many of these people have flip-flopped on their stances repeatedly. I've even seen some of the ones that a lot of these conservative people have sat there and fucking cheered for. Oh God, I'm trying to remember her name. Laura Loomer was one of them. I seen her make a few flip-flop fucking stances. But the minute she comes back on board, what the talking points are like, yeah, it's like it never fucking happened. Yeah. Those are the people you really got to watch out for. I'm telling you, because they are the fucking snakes that will fucking bite you in the ass when you least expect it. And I don't trust them. I don't care what anybody else says. What's up, CJH? Greetings. Hope you're doing okay, Tommy. You were one of the first people to support me, so you're good in my book. And, I do my best, man. I stop around when I can. I may not always comment anymore like I used to, but I usually stop around and check everybody's stuff out. It's just, it gets really hard, especially with CenturyLink. And like I said, when I'm uploading, especially for the toy stream, that shit could take me days to upload for a fucking toy stream, getting everything together between Wondershare and being hooked up to the internet, chugging, and just getting the video together, sending it to my computer, and then uploading it to StreamYard. It can take days. It's fucking nuts. I think I spend no less than probably 24 hours a week on Collectible Past, just getting what I can together for the show. And God help if it's a big show and I've got a lot of uploads that day, I probably spent a minimum of 2 full days uploading for it. It's absolutely insane. Like this bullshit with these fucking companies. Like, we're going to improve internet across the board. How many millions or maybe even billions of dollars did they fucking supposedly set aside for improving infrastructure, including internet, that they never did a fucking thing with it? Not one fucking thing. I'm still sitting on shit that is sometimes damn near comparable to fucking dial-up. But they're helping out the American people my motherfucking ass. Finally got back at 5,000 subs. Only took a couple years. Yeah. Well, I mean, you didn't do anything for a while, so I mean, it's kind of understandable. Because when you leave it open, you don't do nothing. That's when you start seeing drop-offs. I've always tried to keep a certain amount of content up on the channel at all times. Like, even if it's only 1 or 2 videos a week, something. You know what I mean? Anything, just to try to keep up with it. Because if you don't and you just let it die out, some people may think your channel died, and then of course you always have the problem with YouTube just taking subs away. And if it isn't subs, they're taking watch hours away, they're taking views away. I mean, I've literally talked about this before, where I've seen a video when I go to my creators tab for YouTube, and I'll see this video did say 57 views. I was like, okay, it's not great, but I mean, I guess it's better than nothing considering the way they usually suppress my channel. I'll check back the next day, it'll be down to 55. Like, okay, how did I lose 2 views? Like, and that's the typical shit that they do. It doesn't matter how many freaking live streams and how many videos that I put up in a single week. I watch the watch hours tick down every single time. It doesn't matter. And I know you check a year in the past to see what's disappearing off your feed. The numbers don't match up. They don't even match up in the slightest. And especially if there was extra videos that went up that week and everything that should have boosted my numbers, they just don't. I had people tell me, "Oh, well, I watched a bunch of your stuff back to back to back, and I looked to see if the numbers changed." It didn't. They just kept going down. It's nonsense. It's absolute bullshit. You know, if I'm failing on my own, that's fine. I'm never going to get there. That's fine. But when you're just proactively just taking shit away just for the sake of taking it away, yeah, fuck you. I'm going to call you out there. I mean, Papa knows what I'm talking about. Cotton over there. Cotton Ministry knows. How many fucking channels did they hit of yours? How many channels did they hit of Wes's? And then other people get away with it. Somehow they fly under the radar. They talk shit about fucking YouTube all the time, and they fucking just fly under the radar. I mean, they've come after me quite a few times with copyright strikes and claims. I mean, luckily, I've managed to get rid of most of them. The only one I never got rid of was the very first one they hit me with, and that was the first one they give you the free pass. That was the only one I could never get taken off. So, yeah, it just kind of is what it is. Yeah, long break. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, see, and that's what you got to do. Even if it's shorter videos, even if it's only 2 or 3 minute videos, just something. I really need to start uploading more content. But like I said, unfortunately, it takes me forever to upload content. So that kind of hinders what I could do. Luckily, last night I did have a window where the internet was semi-working okay. So I managed to get 3 videos uploaded for the week. So I'm kind of ahead of the game there. So that allows me the time to sit there and just focus on collectible pass for this Thursday. That's ClownTube for you. Absolutely is. It is. Live streams are not worth the hassle, though, because the videos get more views than the live streams. Sure, people catch a replay, but to be honest, that's my own fault scheduling stuff and canceling last minute. Yeah. I am a stickler for if I put something up and I make a commitment to it, I'll show up and I will show up on time. And I do that every single time. And even if I'm not feeling well, I mean, the only thing that will prevent me from showing up on time is if literally my power or my internet goes out. That's the only thing that may get me. And that happened once before. I think I was like over a half hour late for the stream. I'd fallen asleep because I was trying to upload things and it was just chugging so bad that I fell asleep. And I woke up a little late. But by the time I got the internet up and running, I wound up being like a half hour late for the stream. It was just ridiculous. At least for me, others may get more in live streams. Yeah. What's up, Time Prophet? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. This is why I don't stream on YouTube. Those corrupt motherfuckers. Yeah, I hear you. Nibble all the copyright claims. Absolutely, every single time. And one of the biggest ones that I get is always through Wondershare. And that drives me nuts because I'm paying for a service through them. I'm paying for a service. I'm not monetized. I'm within their terms of service. So I shouldn't be getting hit with the shit, yet I am. And Wondershare just won't do anything about it. That's why I'm moving away from it and just doing all my own music. If I can upload some of my old band's music, I'm going to do that. Let them try to claim that shit. I've got that shit filed with fucking copyright offices in fucking Library of Congress. You go ahead and you try to claim my fucking shit, and I'll just file a lawsuit against you. I had to stop uploading to YouTube. I'd be modding somewhere else, and someone would get butthurt and flag everything I posted. Jesus, man, there are some fucking petty people out there. God, AI is a tool that people need to take advantage of. The butthurt woke anti-AI crowd. You know what? I don't like AI, CJH. I don't like it for the specific reason that it actually takes work away from people that are actually doing the work. And here's where I find the problem with AI is. Once you go down that AI rabbit hole and everybody finds out that AI is the way to replace people, how long before they start replacing everything with AI? Think about that. Think about that. That's the danger of AI. And people say it won't happen. Corporations like McDonald's are already looking into implementing shit like that, where they start getting rid of all the workers. So what happens when you get rid of all these jobs that were people powered, and now they're going to be AI? They're going to have computers doing this shit. I mean, a lot of these McDonald's want you to fucking order online or from an app on your phone now. They hate when you fucking order at the drive-thru. So what happens when that all goes away and all these people wind up out of work? They're not buying that product. They're not going to be buying from anywhere else either. So then what happens? Prices go up again. It's a rabbit hole if you really look into it and think about it. AI can be pretty dangerous. It can be pretty dangerous. I'm not saying there can't be a place for it being used, but I think it needs to be sparingly used, and it shouldn't be something that everybody just uses for everything. I mean, it really does kill a lot of shit. Between political retards and YouTube, it wasn't worth posting if I get channels nuked. Yeah, I know. That's why a lot of people went to Rumble and Odyssey and places like that, because you get a little bit more freedom to say what you want to say there. But as far as Rumble, I mean, Rumble broke all the links to YouTube, and trying to post directly to YouTube, at least for me, it's been a hassle trying to upload things there. So it's kind of like I need to get on that and try to figure out what's broken and how to fix it so I could start uploading to Rumble again. But before I would upload to YouTube, it would directly go over to Rumble, and now it's not doing it anymore. So I'm kind of left in this situation like, okay, what the hell am I going to do with it now? It's really not helping me any at this point. So it's just kind of sitting there, and it pisses me off. Everything's still uploading to Odyssey. I've only live streamed on other people's channels. No interest in doing it for my own channel. And I get that. It's not cut out for everybody. Yeah, you shouldn't pay DickTube ever. And I've seen some people talking about that, pay them to get views. You shouldn't have to. That's not how this should work. It's not supposed to. You remember YouTube, even if you're not monetized, they're making money off your shit. Go watch anybody's channel that's not monetized. Watch three videos at the max, 3 or 4 videos. I guarantee you're going to see some commercials in there. It means YouTube is making money off you. If not, why would these companies fucking put copyright claims against people that don't have monetization? They know they're going to get something out of it. That's why they do it. I'm using my YouTube to kind of boost my brand so I can actually focus on other platforms and websites. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. The issue is nothing else is user-friendly and visually appealing. Yeah. The intro to my channel is actually me playing guitar. See, and that's awesome when you can do that kind of shit. And I've done it on quite a few things where I'm playing my bass or I'm using the keyboard that I have for the piano on my phone to create sounds, like I did with Cliff Jumpers outro music and Cringer and a lot of the other pigs. It's stuff that I've written myself just because I don't trust the fucking copyright system. It's broken. They actually claim shit that I've done myself. As far as music, they tried to claim it, and early on it was just like I just fought it and said, I wrote this myself. I said, do you want proof? And then all of a sudden the shit was dropped. But I mean, it shouldn't even had to go to that point. There shouldn't be people that are just allowed to copyright claim you without any kind of proof of burden. I mean, really, the way YouTube does this shit is absolutely horse shit. I don't touch AI. Everything I do is my own. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, Cotton. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can understand for a few things here and there. I just think when you use it for everything and claiming it, it's all yours, and when it starts affecting other things, like people using AI for artwork, like that whole shit with fucking Todd McFarlane doing the art cover to put on a book, saying no AI is going to be allowed. It's not going to be included in this. And yet somehow somebody who submitted AI artwork won and laughed in the face of all the creators that spent all kinds of time creating shit and putting it up there to try to win. They got absolutely just pushed aside. And Todd, regardless of what he said in the rules, didn't fucking uphold that shit. And he just let it go. Like, what a dickbag. And that's where I said that's where the danger of that shit comes from, where it starts taking work away from people that actually have talent. Yeah, it should be regulated. Yeah, and I think that's the way to go. You got to regulate that shit and say, what it can be used for. I will give YouTube credit on one aspect of AI. They do have a section in there where they say, is this AI? Is it not real? And everything like that. They do have a section for that, so people know that it's AI and it's not legit. I'll give them kind of credit for that. It's kind of like saying, okay, this is not real. Beware of this, or whatever, or at the very least, they're giving you a warning that it's not legit. I mean, I can kind of agree with that to a degree. I do believe AI should be regulated. It shouldn't be the Wild West. Yeah. And unfortunately, it still kind of is to a degree, but there are people fighting it. And hopefully people that are going to make a difference with that shit. So real artists and real creators can at least have a good footing to be able to put their own stuff out there without being suppressed by AI garbage. So If AI takes people's jobs, they will want to get rid of people. Yeah, and that's where I said that's where some of the danger winds up being in it. I won't pay to stream and make videos on ToiletTube, and you shouldn't have to. And once again, for all the people that say, it's a great tool to use, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. The whole idea of putting stuff on YouTube, number one, should have been for fun. And if you make some money off of it, great. That's great. If it'll pay for itself, that's awesome. Who doesn't want that? I would love for everything I use for my editing software that I use to create videos to what I have to pay out for these streaming services to be able to do a live stream and everything. I would love for that shit to pay for itself. Unfortunately, it's just not doing it right now. But at the same token, I'm not going to pay YouTube and create even further debt for myself just so the shit can be seen. It shouldn't work that way. It should work in like, hey, you put the shit up there, if people like it and they start viewing it, that should be it. You shouldn't have to pay to get it seen. It's horse shit. Is my AI human replacement going to have 6 fingers on each hand? It probably will. What's up, Steve? I'm doing as well as I can. Don't mind me. I'm just venting. Also, as long as you're only using AI as a tool and it's still doing the work to add, it's okay. And like I said, once again, I think to a degree, yes, but it can't be everything. I mean, you should still want to be able to create things on your own. I mean, even if they ain't the greatest thing in the world, I mean, a lot of people respect somebody for creating something completely of their own instead of using AI. So, I mean, use it as a tool for shit like that is one thing. But like even you said, you agreed it should be regulated to a degree. And that's what needs to happen. Iceman Modeler, what's up, buddy? AI is trash. Thousands already fired because of it in several industries. A tech build on all our stolen data and works. It's evil. And this is where regulation comes in on something like this. The fact that these companies are able to sit there and pilfer people's works and claim it for their own, that's part of the danger of the AI shit. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like shit like that needs to absolutely be fucking curtailed. Will it though? Well, we'll see. How much do these so-called politicians that should be looking in this shit care enough about it to do something? I do agree people who just use AI and don't do anything to add the human touch to it, those people suck. They do. CorruptTube. It's why all the songs I've been doing have been using my own vocals and lyrics and I edit in the post and saying, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, once again, to a degree, it can be used, but as long as you're adding your own elements in there and you're changing things, and that's why even if I use background music by somebody else, I'm going to edit it. I'm not going to use exactly what they did. And even if there's like, because Wondershare Filmora had an AI music category thing. So I will take segments out of that and use it as backdrop music for what I do on bass and keyboards and stuff like that sometimes. I don't like doing it very much just because you can't even trust that. Because if they get the basis for the AI models from another musician, later on that musician could claim, well, that's based off my work, and then they will copyright claim you anyway. So yeah, and that's part of the shit where you're talking about it's the Wild West with that shit where people just get away whatever they want, and a lot of these AI companies are just stealing people's shit and using that as their own, but they don't really have any basis as far as their ability to claim it. So you kind of get left out in the lurch if you're using it too. On top of that, Amazon are using AI and drones all over the place now. Lots of jobs going right there. Yeah, that's part of the problem I was talking about. Them tube, me too. Own vocals, but using AI like autotune. See, I've never used autotune. I know people who have. Like everything I've ever done, like my PWO intro, my Burn Disney Burn, and any of the other shit I've ever done. I even did like the Leonard Cohen. Shit, what the hell's the name of that song? Damn it, I'm blanking on the name of the song. But I did a Leonard Cohen song, and I did it with my own vocals. I did a Typo Negative song. I used my own vocals, no auto tune, nothing like that. It just me. So I know not everybody has that ability to do that, but yeah, I personally feel like if I could do it myself, that's what I'm going to do. We are in time to watch YouTube go down the tube. Yeah, it's just shit what they're doing. It just really is terrible. I never auto-tune my voice. If I can't sing it, I won't use it. Yeah, I hear that. I hear that. AI should replace woke clowns. They'd be easier to argue it. What's going on, Janet? I hope that you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. If they take work away from us, then we won't be able to pay for the companies. We'll go broke. Yeah, that the exact same thing I was saying. Scrambles. What's up, buddy? Hey, everyone. Much love to all. Hope all is well, man. Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you. I wish, though, even adding that option of is this AI or not is fine. I wish they made it easier to clarify that they're still editing and whatnot that goes into it. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I use OBS for free. Nah, yeah. Oh man, don't even get me started on the streaming service right now. So we all know by now that StreamYard's raised the rates on their basic to $45 a month. So I was looking into Restream because Restream looked like it was going to be a good substitute for it. So their basic is relatively cheap. It's like around like $20, $19-20 a month or something like that. I heard that they were raising their rates again too. So yeah, go figure. But what they used to have is administrators or like team members on there that basically work like a secondary person that's on your channel that can use the service as well. Well, that is no longer under Restream's basic. So now if you want an administrator or like a team member like that, you've got to pay for the next tier, which is $40. Well, now you're at the same price. If I want to use that with Vinny as being an administrator team member on my account, I've got to move to the next plan. So that is not helping me at all at that point. So it almost looks like I'm probably just going to wind up sticking with StreamYards, and I gotta juggle a few things. Like, okay, what am I not buying this month? Definitely toys would be the first thing to go because guinea pig food is not going to go. So many of these people are just generating images and not taking it in Photoshop to edit. Yeah, you see that all the time. They're doing it constantly on fucking X. YouTube has to remember with YouTubers like Tommy, they are nothing. Yeah. I had to delete a 5.5 hour stream early morning. I had said some not PC stuff. I say not PC stuff all the damn time. Somehow I managed to get away with most of it. But yeah, they will come down on you, that shit. Like I said a few things early on when I was doing YouTube that really caught their attention and pissed them off, and they've been on my ass ever since. AI Safety Council was made in the US, made up by AI tech CEOs, corporations, corruption at its finest. I see some politicians pushing for more regulation, and I really hope they do, Iceman. They need to. It needs to be pushed. These companies doing this shit and stealing data needs to be put under control. I mean, you look at some of the things that AI does, and AI is 100% responsible for shit being hijacked, like people's social security numbers and shit like that. That's all through AI programs, every last bit of it. You go to log into this service or that service and you put your information on, there's an AI bot right there taking your information and they're selling it to somebody else. It's fucking horseshit. And that's why there needs to be fucking all kinds of regulation put on this shit. Wait until they copyright chords. There's only 7 of them, right? What's going on, Frankie? Good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. I only like that song you do about burning Disney. I love YouTube. It's just run by greedy commie douchebags. Agreed, Cotton. Absolutely agreed. And that's the problem. And there's still a lot of them. And I don't care what Elon or anybody else says. There's all kinds of weirdo lefties all over fucking Twitter. It's still Twitter. They'll put a brand new name on it, but there's all kinds of weirdo lefties in there moderating shit and silencing people when they feel it's necessary. I still haven't gotten my first 2 accounts back, and I probably never will. They just don't care. What is YouTube changing? Oh, well, it's not that YouTube is changing. It's just the bullshit they're playing again, Janet. You know, scrubbing subs, scrubbing watch hours and views. And we were just talking about AI, and YouTube did put something on there about if your program or your show contains any AI that you have to make mention of it. It's like one of the few things that YouTube has done right. $45. What is that in real money? I don't know what it is in what is that? Your squids? I know quids. I forget what it is there, but it's a decent hike because it went from about $25 a month to 45 a month. Scrambles, I ain't paying 20 to 45 a month to stream. I quit streaming then. I do pay like 14 a month for YouTube Premium. Okay. Yeah, and see, Restream, like I said, they're a little cheaper, but even then, I mean, the prices for these things keep going up. And then if you want the added features that you had on StreamYards, then you're paying even more on Restream. And it appears there's no company out there really offering anything that's, I would say, budget friendly at this point. And the few things that they are adding, it's minimal at best, especially with StreamYards. I mean, they did add a few new things I thought were kind of neat that just popped up. So they actually have a brand new section where before we do clips, and if you had an intro or an outro, it would just go right into that big clip section that they have. Well, they actually have something now specifically for intros that play when you hit start stream, apparently. So when you hit start stream, your intro will pop up as soon as it goes live, and they have one for end stream. So I'm assuming the way that works is your outro plays and then it ends the stream. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I got to look into it more. It's a brand new feature, so I'm not sure how it works. I mean, if that's how that works as far as ending the stream and everything, that would be really nice. And you know, the intro for starting a stream, like the minute it actually legit goes live, the intro starts. That'd be great because then if you have bad internet like me, you don't have to sit here and time the shit. What's up, Curtis? Man, good to see you, buddy. I've had my channel shut down for 3 weeks. Jesus. Just never stops. Just never stops with these fucking people. You don't see many transgender Muslims. In British law, a song about burning Disney could be incitement to riot and you can get arrested. They could try. Curtis, my man, dropping links for people's channels. Thank you, Curtis. Curtis, man, always helping out other people, man. This Curtis is awesome. And if you guys are not subscribed to Curtis, why not? You absolutely should subscribe to Curtis. Curtis is amazing, man. Curtis has been around my channel forever, man. I could not thank this guy enough for all the things that he does when he hangs out in the channel and drops links and everything. The guy is incredible. He doesn't get enough credit, I don't think. So I know this is a bit of an older one, Curtis, but it'll still get people to your channel. So there's Curtis links for his channel because the man is too good to drop his own link. He won't self-promote like that. He's a real one. So you just have to prove that you edit it and only used it as a tool. Agreed. There should be ways to do that. I don't use YouTube Premium. My ad blocker is still working. I know YouTube said they were going to come down on people using ad blockers, but I don't agree with people just screaming into void whenever someone even dares use any sort of AI. Yeah, I understand. I mean, like I said, I personally, I don't like it, what it's being used for as just basically a be all end all to do creation. So you're not doing anything your own and just using AI for everything. I don't agree with that kind of shit. I mean, I understand if you're using it for background stuff or everything like that. I get that to a degree, but it shouldn't be everything that you're doing. It shouldn't. I'm trying to hold on to this channel. I'm done getting nuked. Okay. Well, we know that they're probably going to come for all of us at some point, Cotton. I mean, what the hell can you do to not piss them off at this point? They're going to be fucking upset. I mean, look what I do. I do videos on toys, guinea pigs, and battle bots. What the hell am I doing to really fucking piss them off at this point? Well, I have talks like this every once in a while because I've had enough of their shit. They've actually forced me to have these kind of talks with all their nonsense. So they can kiss my ass. They shut me down because they did not like me talking about the jab on Friday night. Oh, okay. Jesus. No, hopefully you get that taken care of. Is that just one of the suspensions and you got to ride it out to the end? Nuts. Anytime, Curtis. I use YouTube Premium for music. And see, I don't even trust the music that they offer on YouTube anymore. I don't trust any of it because any of it at any point could be freaking copyright claim because there's all these people out there that own this music. And even when they, like I said with Wondershare, where I made that example, these people sign some kind of contract or something with Wondershare to put their music up on that service. and they agree to the terms of service. Then they turn around and they copyright claim you anyway. And then companies like Wondershare just refuse to do anything about it. At Janet, all the people talking about the jab have been proved right. So now the government should shut up. They should. It's a meme tool. I know Cotton. If there's anything, Cotton loves his memes. They call us the Yahtzees, but they were historically the Yahtzees. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Curtis, man, thank you. Thank you. Socialists, though, basically left wing. Yeah, they all are. They all are. And they're proving that they are Yahtzees with the whole war overseas. And you know what? And let's not forget all the things where they're sitting there right now talking about they need to silence people because they don't agree with their views. And they claim, oh, it's disinformation. Well, what it really is disinformation at this point, because everything that they claimed as disinformation has been proven to be 100% accurate. So do we really trust politicians with their idea what disinformation is? Or do we trust people that are paid by politicians to accurately tell us what is disinformation? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, you have a strike until October 10th. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so that means you still can't live stream until then. Awesome. With the anti-Semitism that the left is doing right now. Yeah. Yeah. I guess you guys probably seen all the shit talking about Iran throwing missiles over at Israel now. It's just wait till you see what that's going to do to the gas prices. Yeah, you guys need to get gas. You need to fill up and stock up and load, get some cans. I would do it now. I would almost guarantee you prices are going to go through the roof again. We may even be seeing what we see at the beginning of the Biden administration with an average of $5 a gallon across the fucking board. I could see it. Rumble needs to replace YouTube. Yeah, but the Rumble still needs to get their shit together. They still got a lot of problems. My self-censorship has been revamped so many times over the years. Yeah. Very opinionated. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to do that kind of shit. I just don't even worry about it anymore because if they're going to get me, they're going to get me, regardless of what I say. I could sit there and play the nice guy and not say anything to offend them. They'll probably still find something to be offended about. I was using a clip from the Surgeon General of Florida's medical misinformation. Oh, wow. Yeah, you got to love when it's actual legit sources like that and they still claim misinformation. So you're telling me that a medical professional doesn't know what he's talking about? Get the fuck out of here. You literally can't win. It feels like that sometimes, but that's not going to stop me from fighting them, Curtis. I don't care. The politics are the masters of misinformation. Yeah, the politicians are. A lot of the younger generations are not understanding the World War II lessons in school. No, they're not teaching them anymore. I mean, how do you change a society in general? First thing you do is you start changing their history. Once you've rewritten their history, it's that much easier to program with the information that you want them to accept. And that's kind of what they're doing now. That's why they wanted to get rid of statues and everything else. They didn't want to talk about legit things that happened in wars past. Like there's you know what? I've read into a lot of shit. There's a lot of misinformation, even with the Civil War. There's a lot of misinformation. So it's a whole lot of shit. They put a woman in prison for posting something on Facebook. Yeah, I heard about that. They're letting hardened criminals out to lock up Facebook people. Wow. That's nuts. It's only a matter of time before they ban the Bible. Yeah, I'm sure. I have no interest in using Rumble. Rumble isn't bad time profit, but they just still have problems. Their UI needs a lot of work, like Draven is saying right here. There's Chris Fisk talked about it, Vinny's talked about it, a bunch of it's talking about it. They have issues to work through. And considering that there's so many streaming services out there, or platforms, I should say, they really shouldn't be having some of the problems that they're having right now. And it really is a shame. When they first came out with that, they made it seem like they were going to be a big rival for YouTube, but it just hasn't materialized yet. Better the devil you know than the one you don't. Sometimes letting ladybugs go in your garden is a good thing to do. Rumble, YouTube sync is terrible. Yeah, well, YouTube absolutely broke the sync that they used to have, because when I first started my Rumble, everything was going through fine. It was going through fine from YouTube onto Rumble, and then all of a sudden it didn't anymore. And at this point, I can't get anything from YouTube to go on Rumble. So if I want stuff on Rumble, I legitimately have to go in there and upload it separately. And once again, when I'm getting into how bad my internet is, that's a week's worth of work. If I'm sitting there trying to upload shit to YouTube, upload shit to StreamYard for the toy stream, trying to do just a regular Guinea Pig live stream, and then upload the Rumble onto, like, that's almost my entire week. And then trying to show up for, like Vinny or Slasher or anybody like that, like I literally would have no time for myself at all. And that's the only reason why I haven't done much with my Rumble right now. I keep hoping that maybe they find a work around it. I wish Rumble would actually sync up to Odyssey, because for whatever reason, the link between YouTube and Odyssey is still fine. So my content will still go over to Odyssey, it just won't go over to Rumble. So maybe if Rumble created a link off of Odyssey, I could piggyback off that. But if you watch me go off on a rant on the shit show, you know what I do not hold back. Yeah, I know, Janet. I know. You give it to them. Both barrels. They ain't getting rid of my statues. Guys, if you haven't been on X and checked out Iceman Modeler, you need to see some of the work that he's doing, especially with Lloyd Helmet. One of these days, man. One of these days, I'm gonna be hitting you up for one. I'm gonna have to get one from you. I have statues or some kind of figurines for every one of the pigs, and since Spaceballs will never be made into a figure, your statue is the next closest thing that I could ever hope to get for Helmet, and your shit is top notch too, man. It's just amazing stuff that you're doing. Millennials are taught about World War II a lot, but some were along the way. A lot of them got brainwashed. Yeah. I mean, that's the problem when you got people that are controlling the narrative. They'll tell these kids whatever they want, and 9 times out of 10, well, if the teacher said it, it's got to be true. I mean, whatever they hear it from, that's what they think is true. That's why, like, TikTok and other places like that, when they put out absolute bullshit and you get these weirdos just listening like, They remind me of those little Muppets that used to be on Sesame Street, the little aliens, wasn't they? Yep. That's what they do. They hear somebody that they like and they watch all the time and they just agree with it. Heard Gina Carano suing Disney. Yeah, there's a few people suing Disney. Oh, Jesus. Why am I blanking on his name? The guy played Tarkin. Somebody help me out. What's up, Digga? Good to see you, Doc. Oh man, I'm blanking on his name, but his family is suing Disney over they're using AI to put his likeness in shows and movies. They're going all the way back to what is that? God, I hate those movies so damn much. I can't even think of the name of the movie. But it was the second Disney movie they did. The war one. God, I hate it so much. And I can't think of the name of it now. Politics. Oh, yeah, Peter Cushing. Thank you, Glenzer. Thank you. Yep, CJH. What up, Vinny? Yeah, so his family's suing Disney over that too. And I think you're going to see a lot more people wind up suing Disney. Disney had years where they were cooking books for Winnie the Pooh, and that whole family was just getting screwed over by Disney. And that thing was, I don't think that was ever properly settled. I mean, I think it was settled, but it wasn't properly settled. That families didn't get shit. Politicians have a bachelor's degree in bullshit, a certification, a PhD in bullshit, a master's degree in bullshit, and an official professor's bullshit degree. Rumble kicks ass. I need to learn how to model Rumble. Anyone want to give me a wrench over there? I don't even know if they actually have like regular wrenches or not. I still haven't gotten used to how everything runs over there on Rumble. I think social media is the reason, because growing up, life was very simple until social media. Agreed. We had the internet, but nobody became radicalized. And yeah, that's the problem. When people would just say whatever they want and there's no fact behind it, and people just, well, I like how this guy sounds, I believe everything he says. Yeah, you have a problem like that. I mean, how many times we run across YouTubers that are spewing absolute bullshit? You find out they're lying, and then all of a sudden everybody turns on because I've been lied to for all these years. And there's quite a few of them. Removing the past means they will make the same mistakes all over again. Absolutely, they will. But then again, the news brainwashed generations after generations. So social media has both been a good thing and a bad thing. To a degree, yes. to a degree. Rumble and Odyssey need to fix the syncing so I can sync if I create a new channel in Rumble. It just locks into the old Rumble account. Okay. Yeah, you probably have to delete the old one, or I'm really not sure how that works, because I had a problem when I first signed up for Rumble, because they made you create one account just for your account name, and then they made you create a second one for the channel, and it caused all kinds of confusion. So instead of people subscribing to my Rumble channel, they were just subscribing to my Rumble account that had nothing to do really with the videos. It's just a name that would appear when you went on people's channels. Just watched Blood and Honey 2 with zero expectations because the first one was shite. It was much better acting, not a bad story. I need to watch that. I'm juggling a few things, but want to say hi. No problem, Vinny. No problem. I know how it is. We all get busy. TikTok was made in China, and the Chinese will not let their kids use it as it turns to the West. Stupid, yeah. So many of my generation is brainwashed, but there's a few scattered ones who have broken the program. And of course, some that were close to breaking the program, but then caved in. And that's part of the same problem that we used to have as kids before the internet. You had peer pressure. So a lot of people would cave to peer pressure. They didn't want to be the one left out. Me, I never gave a shit. That's why growing up as a kid, there was a lot of people that couldn't stand me. And I just didn't care. I'm like, I'm not going to agree just because you think it's the right thing to do. And that's what everybody else is doing. That's like that fucking trend shit, you know, all the fucking fads and everything run around. Oh, you got to dress like this. You want to be cool. I don't give a fuck. I'll wear the same fucking raggedy shit that I've been wearing for years. And I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Those that agree with what they hear in the news are called NPCs. Yeah. Elon is helping Gina with her lawsuit. Awesome. That's nice. I heard that he's also going to be helping people get internet in the affected areas in like Tennessee, North Carolina, and stuff like that. I mean, that's what I heard. I hope it's true. I think it'd be a great gesture on his part. Rogue One. Yes, CJH. Yep, Rogue One. Yeah, they're going after him all the way back to Rogue One for that shit. Yeah, Curtis. Yeah, man. Check out A Dig Outlaw. I'm almost halfway of reading Resolution now. Finishing up the 4 books again. Read them multiple times, man. Guys, always support independent people that are creating shit like Vinny, Chris Fisk, A Dig Outlaw. There's a lot of other people that create some amazing work. Support those guys, man. And watch out for the people that promise they're going to give you something, and then 3+ years later, they still haven't delivered. There's a few people that I just don't associate with anymore. They've done the exact same thing. They promised shit like 3+ years ago, and they still haven't delivered. Where's it at? Oh, yeah, you're working on it. Working on it, my ass. You're working on grifting people as you close your shit down, and people are begging for fucking refunds, and you do nothing. Fucking frauds. Actually, it's not Peter Cushing's family. It's Peter Cushing's friend. No, see, the one thing I read, it said that it was the family that was suing, but I don't know. The one thing I said, it said the family. So I'm not 100% sure. I mean, if it is his friend, that's a little bit different than the original reports that I seen. So who knows? Andor was better in Rogue One. Not going to lie, though. It's like Andor felt like what Star Wars could be, but doesn't have the balls to do it. So it just stays dumb. Yeah. I think you just drop your own links on Rumble. Okay. So you don't need a wrench or nothing. You could just drop shit anytime. That's like them stealing the stuff for Lion King off Kimba the White Tiger. They fought in litigation until the person who owned it passed away. Yeah. And that's another tactic that big companies like to do. They like to just keep things stalled in court as long as they can until they're dead. And then at that point, it's like, who cares? Because who's going to pick up the torch for them if there's nobody left? It's fucking disgusting. I think they should still be held liable for that shit. Also watched Dexter, and they wasted Jimmy Smits as Bail Organa on the movies and shows. I thought he was okay in the role and everything. It just felt like they didn't do enough with the character. I don't know. As far as the original movies, I felt like the original movies could have done more. As far as the Disney stuff, you already know my thoughts on it. I don't care. I'm not going to watch it. Disney has already proven what a shit company they are. They've proven that they're fucking left-wing propagandists. They're socialists, and I refuse to have anything to do with them. Anything. I got nothing for those people. I got a big giant. You can kiss these fuzzy nuts. Those idiot leftist SJWs never control me or how I think. They can go fuck themselves. Yeah, agreed. They do. Salty is waiting for me to mod over there, but I'd like to learn on a smaller channel. Yeah. I appreciate you being here, Cotton. I know you've been modding for Salty for a while. I remember when he first started, man. He was a smaller channel, man. He built his channel and built his audience up, man. Freaking right on, man. That's what you should do. And he did it off his own shit, really, because nobody else was actually really doing what he was doing at the time. He was freaking really leaning in heavily with all the political shit, where everybody else was still talking about fucking what's trending in TV and movies. Let's talk about the things we can't stand. While they're all doing that, he was talking about shit that fucking mattered. And good on him, man. Good on him. This makes sense now why they made such a big deal about getting the android actor Ian Holmes likeness for Alien Romulus. Yeah, because they want to use it later on. And they make people sign these fucking contracts, which I'm sure are probably really illegal. And remember this. Here's the funny thing about contracts. Contracts, like promises, are made to be broken. So even if they put it in a contract, that doesn't necessarily make it legal. And these companies could say it's legal because they have a signed contract, but what they put in the contract is actually illegal to do. It does not have to be abide by. And people have won cases against bigger companies because they put shit illegally into a contract that they had no right to do, or they had no legal standing to do. And they can be fought on it. I probably wouldn't have seen that in theaters had I knew Disney bought the Alien franchise. Yeah. TikTok pisses you off. I've never had a TikTok account. I refuse to use TikTok. They can kiss my ass too. The acting in the First Blood in Hollywood was awful. I didn't know you were streaming, but fuck Disney. Yeah. Well, Vinny, I'm trying to do every Tuesday again. Instead of 7, I'm going on 6. It just feels like it's a little bit better of a time slot for me to go on. It's just easier for me. So it's probably what I'm going to do every Tuesday at 6. I'm not necessarily always going to announce it. I don't feel like I have to at this point. I mean, most people know where to find me, the ones that are going to tune in and hang out and want to talk and chat. So it is what it is. YouTube's never going to push me. I've accepted that a long time ago. And in the off chance that maybe we get some people running YouTube or some people at the very least modding over what channels are doing that allow me to get through, I will be shocked and or surprised to the point where I might have a heart attack. It's a horror movie. I don't, and a B-rated one, and I don't expect that to be a masterpiece. Yeah. Oh, well, I started watching this one. I was a teenage zombie from like 1987, I think it was. God awful. And I've seen some of those B-rated movies from the 80s that were, they were still fun to watch. This one was horrible. I had to shut it off. I was like, God, I can't. This is terrible. You'd rather be you? Absolutely. Every single time you should be you. And you shouldn't have to put on a fake persona for doing any of this shit. You just need to be legit. It sounded like they were straight out of drama school. Yeah, Trump brought Elon in with Starlink for people. Is that like a done deal, Vinny? Like, did they do it? I know they were talking about it, and we were talking about it a little bit, but I hope that they've actually done that. It would be helpful, and it would go a long way to show how you actually treat people in a crisis situation. You actually, instead of talking about it and making a big promotion out of it by fucking cutting ads and promotional pieces, just go do something about it. Boom. Look at that. Fucking actions speak louder than words. That's definitely the thing. The peer pressure is getting stronger and stronger. And honestly, on both sides too, I've noticed. Yeah. You don't have book 5. No. The last time we talked, Dave, you said it wasn't up yet, or it was coming soon. So, well, shit, I'm going to have to go look for it now. I wonder if Peter had family issues. Interesting, gave it to his friend. Yeah, I thought the one thing said it was from the family, but once again, you know how some of these articles are. Some of these articles will say one thing and it may be a little off. Stay away from fat frogs. Frogs are making the earth gay. In a herd of sheep, beat a sheep, shepherd sheep. That's singular sheep, laughing out loud. That's glitching out to another dimension. I don't give a fuck. That's the way to be. Oh, man. God, I love you. Don't ever change. CJH is true. Andrew was seriously what I've wanted for so long, very adult. See, I get it. Everybody's got their own opinion on that. You guys do what you want to do. I mean, me personally, I can't. I just can't. Disney is too much of a scumbag company, and I just can't. If I click on the stream and they're talking about Disney, I leave. Fuck Disney. Agreed. The problem with the big companies is stealing from them is a crime, but then stealing from you, no problem. The double standards are real. They absolutely are. I won't watch Dexter because they are trying to turn a murderer into a hero. Yeah, and that's something that started in these younger generations trying to make the villain fucking relatable in some way. And I think that was part of the reason why I didn't really care for the Joker as much. It almost felt like they were doing that. Plus, I really could care less for the sob story fucking I got mental issue shit, because that feels like lefty propaganda to me. I got two middle fingers pointing straight up at Disney and the far left SJWs. The only thing good to come from communism is the Eastern firearms and the civilians and hot Russian chicks. Are you saying something, Curtis? Do you got a hot Russian mail-away bride? Next time there is a hurricane, it is going to be bad. Might as well jack toy section instead of it going to waste. What's up, Decepticon? Not exactly, but no spoilers. I think he slowly loses the hero part. Oh, no. The innocent civilians, yeah. And these fucking people got fucked by these people are sitting there fucking grandizing what they're going to supposedly going to do. Russian chicks in the snow or cold. Warm them up. Disney is nothing but a meme now that I call Pisney. Yeah. Thank you, Curtis. I don't think I cared once about the trending stuff. Yeah. I never have. I never have. And the funny thing, though, is sometimes some of the things that I enjoy on occasion wind up trending. So it's just happenstance. I'm not going out of my way looking for something trending. It's just sometimes, yeah, it's something I was already interested in and it becomes trending. So it's sometimes at that point I kind of lean back from it and don't talk about it quite as much until it's not popular anymore. True companies never keep their side of the deal in the contract. They don't. I'm on season 6 and they show every so often that what Dexter's doing is wrong. Never sign a contract with any company. Yeah, you avoid it as much as possible. I was looking at Battlestar Galactica cast, and I looked at the movies a particular actor was in, and I found out they made Red Faction movies. Huh. Monetization button should be a Rickroll. Red Faction being a game I loved as a kid, and it's total recall ripoff. They have movies of their own. I do kind of feel bad that Susan was battling cancer behind the scenes while running YouTube. I can't feel sorry for her. I can't, because her and a lot of those same people were same people telling you to get the fucking shot. And we already know what all the shot shit costs. So, yeah, it's not that I don't have a heart at all. I just don't have a heart for people that were being monsters, telling people you need to die or you need to be arrested because you refuse to agree. And I can't feel sorry for them. I can't. I don't care. Being cool is kind of cool. Sometimes the dork level goes off the fucking chart way into the cringe territory. Just saying. Yeah, Trump was there and said that that's what they're doing. And then he said Joe is most likely sleeping. What's up, Gap After Dark? What's up, Wild Pigs? Just hanging out. We're bullshitting. We're talking. We're hanging out. A lot of people I hated on RF2, but it was still fun. Not as good as 1, in my opinion, but I still playing the shit out of it. Red Faction 2. Most likely sleeping. Yeah, I know. I got you. Thank you, Curtis, as always. The frogs are always gay. Our years late on gay frog books with rainbows. I'll always be a black sheep. Shalom and good to see you all. A little busy in the moment. I hope you're having an amazing day. What's going on, TL29? Glad you could stop in. I hope that you're having a good one. Thanks for joining us, even if it is only for a short time. I hate the boss fights on Red Faction 2. Been stuck on one level for 4 days. Wow. Nothing drives me more nuts being stuck on a freaking level. I'd actually went back and I was playing one of the old Saints Rose games. I think it was 3. I don't know. It's kind of cheesy and everything, but I don't know. I think it's just a fun, mindless game, and I sometimes enjoy those. He kills serial killers in Dexter. That's why I don't run a campaign on my books yet, because I know I'm going to procrastinate. So I don't set up a campaign that is basically false advertisement. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people do. If they ain't 100% done, they're so close to being done. By the time they start running their campaign, they're in the final stages, and that's the way it should be. You don't run a campaign at the very beginning when you don't even have anything but maybe an outline sketch. That's horse shit. That's horseshit, and that not only goes for people doing like artwork and stuff like comics or whatever. That goes for the people that are doing so-called novels. You know, some people that claim they're authors but don't do shit. Dexter's novels weren't about that, and he was killing evil people, no innocent people. I'm going to enjoy watching Disney go out of business. I'll enjoy watching them burn to the ground. S'mores around the house. Do a live broadcasting from the Guinea Pig Collective channel up in Orlando, Florida, watching it burn in flames. Turns out Joker 2 throws that concept out the window. Okay. Warm up. If a company could change a contract, there's no contract. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to be pissed or actually relieved with Joker 2. I don't know. I don't have a lot of hope with it. Like I said, I didn't care much for the first one. I know everybody freaking pined about how great it was. I was literally bored to tears with it. And as far as rewatchability, there was no rewatchability with that one for me. I mean, there's a few scenes in there, and Vinny talks about it all the time. There's a few scenes in there. Yeah, those are fun to watch and everything. But the majority of the movie, no, I can't. I don't know if they're killing innocent people and he takes them out, so I don't consider that murder. It's taking care of things, which is what the justice system should be doing. Frankie, what do you think about these 40-plus-year-olds with YouTube channels about Disney parks? I think they're fucking retarded. I'm sorry. How can you just simp for these companies? You know, and a lot of these people, Frankie, and this is the part that fucking gets me with a lot of these people, they sit there on one hand, talk about how bad Disney is and all the evil shit that they're doing. Remember the whole Stand with Gina crowd? Most of those people are the same ones sitting up in Disney fucking parks. If that's not fucking hyperbolic, I don't know what is. Those fuckers companies are driving to pirating. Susan who? You know Susan. Susan used to be on YouTube. Susan Woznicki or whatever her name was. Shot killed me, then the beer bug. Yeah. I do have morals, so while I'm not going to weep over them, I'm not a monster. You know, I understand. I'm not sitting here cheering it on, but at the same time, I don't feel bad for him. I just can't. Trump almost had the world at peace, and then the leftist SJWs destroyed all of that. And it's true. I mean, things were quiet for a while. And then, you know, how quickly everybody forgot about what a shit show fucking Biden made pulling out of Afghanistan and then blamed it all on Trump. He had something set in place, but apparently they weren't upholding their end of the bargain for the withdrawal. So that's why fucking shit wasn't withdrawn. And they just like, we're just withdrawing. We don't care. We're doing it this way. Oh, and it's all his fault now. They'll be blaming him until the fucking cows come home. 10 years from now, when they have a new politician, fucking Democrat, that they're going to be pushing to be a popular one, they'll be blaming everything on all the problems they have on fucking Trump from fucking 10 years ago. That's what they're going to do. You watch. I can't take commercials seriously. I never know what product they're pushing, but I know what coof vaccine commercials are pushing. Propaganda. Linzer, 100%. 100%. You know it is. And it's startup time again for that shit. I seen outside my local Walgreens, I got the little signs up, get your free COVID vaccine. Fuck you. I ain't get that shit. I could, but I don't really have an interest in streaming. Yeah. Saints Row had some hilarious radio talk shows. Yeah, like the old GTA ones. Yeah, that's when that shit was fun. And then it just stopped being fun. Like, I had no interest in the new GTA game that came out. I don't care. It's just not. Yeah, you're right. It's not for me. Not for me. How'd their sales do on that shit? I heard it wasn't all that great. It was to a degree, but it was already starting to be accepted too, CJH. So, I mean, you had the handful where they said it was mental illness, but it wasn't just so much being gay. It was the ones that were, talking about transition, because that shit goes back into the 70s and shit like that. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Yeah, it 100% is.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, dog shit. Yep, try to get as much done as possible before launching campaigns. Absolutely, every single time. You should be able to show people what you're doing too. And Vinny does that in spades. It's a plot twist in Joker 2, supposedly, that may or may not be controversial. Companies don't change. They just don't hold up their end of the contract, which is why I never fully trust them. Yeah, agreed. The Black Hole was the last good Disney movie. They might have had one or two after that were okay. Like, I didn't mind Captain America, the First Avenger. I thought that was probably as close as they were ever going to attempt to get to the comic books. So, yeah, I don't get them either, Curtis. I just don't get it. Double standards, yeah. Being the operative word. I won't hate on them, but in my head, I judge. Trump needs to get rid of HARP, the weather manipulation thing that's causing. Yeah, how far along that stuff, YouTube's probably watching for that one too. Hey, there's talks out there about what that stuff is. So you know what? Hey, it is what it is. It's something that's being talked about. It's something that they say could be legit. Whether or not it is, we'll find out, won't we? Because all these things wind up coming to light at some point. What's going on, Trina? Hope that you're doing well. Holy crap. I'm looking at G at Red Faction Cast, and it has T1000 actor and the CW Flash actor. Okay, that excites me. He was the best Flash. Everybody saying hi to everyone. Gap posting Trina's link. So is Curtis. Appreciate that. Thank you, guys. Doing okay. Gap beat me to it. That's all right. This is why I stopped watching TV ads and censorship. Yeah. My internet was out all weekend. The shit on TV is intolerable. I couldn't do it. Even the commercials on the History Channel were pissing me off. Pills. And it's not just regular TV. It's a lot of these streaming services too. Because I've even seen it on Tubi now with all the fucking political commercials. I don't want to see that shit. I don't fucking care. I hear enough of it every day, everywhere else on fucking social media sites. I don't need to see it in my fucking entertainment too. You don't need the internet to watch stuff. I miss the days when insanity was treated, not celebrated, right? These fucking people. First Avenger was good. Made me a Cap fan. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, like, once again, it wasn't perfect to the comic book. No. But I felt it was pretty close to the original one. And I can appreciate that. Another one I didn't mind is this thing right here. Now, granted, it's not even the original cast from the comics, because that was way different. This is a change later on. But I thought it was one of the ones that they did a reboot of the original team, which the original comics didn't sell well at all anyway. And I enjoyed the first one for what it was.
He says that he's an a-hole, but he's not, and I'm quoting him here, 100% a dick.
And it has such good quotable things for me. Steamboat Willie. Today's Jimmy Carter's 100th birthday. Eat a peanut, Jimmy. First time I've turned it on in years. Oh, man. Second worst president ever. I didn't care for the guy either. Internet tells the truth. The internet never forgets. Yeah, once you put it up on the internet, it's there forever. So a lot of us, and some of the things that we've been saying over the years are going to be proven true once all the propagandists are out of the way. I'm just saying, Vlad wasn't wrong. Steak dinners are not just for people at fancy restaurants. Flashy wears a trench coat and goes to parks. Wait, not that Flash. I only watch DVD or Blu-ray now. And yeah, physical media is absolutely important, because that's one thing about streaming services. You never know when they're going to freaking edit everything that you're watching. Take parts out of it. You just can't trust these son of a bitches. Watch all you guys, man. Continents, appreciate it, man. Frankie knows, thank you. Curtis. Great movie. Who's Jimmy Carter? A former president? Flash in the pan. I'm surprised how good the Deadpool movies were. I didn't mind the first one. I didn't care much for the second one. Had no interest in seeing the third one because I'm not giving Disney any money. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. I thought the first one was good. I didn't mind the second one, but I won't watch the third one. Once again, that was at the point where I'd already said I've written Disney off, and I was like, nope, no more of that shit. From Fantasia to Gaytanja. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, and I know a lot of people have a problem with the second one. I thought it was okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it was good as the first one, but yeah, once again, third one, no interest. Not going to see it. Disney, yeah, I mean, that's how you send a message to companies like Disney. You don't support the product. It's a crazy thought, but if you want to see change, that's how you do it. And I know there's a lot of people that enjoy that stuff and they still watch it. I mean, if that's your thing, by all means, go ahead and watch it. But for all the people talking about they can't stand what these companies put out and then they still watch this shit, the report on it, you are part of the problem. You are not being the change that you want to see. And I've been saying that shit for years, that I will not support the shit and I will not watch it. Why? Because I'm being part of the change I want to see. I'm not giving them my fucking money. It's as simple as that. If you're going to sit there and piss and moan about these people and then hand them money, you're your own fucking worst enemy, you fucking retard. I watched Borderlands. It's like the Guardians of the Galaxy poor stepsister. I don't pay to watch it. I get Disney Plus for free. Okay. I buy digital, though. I don't trust digital buy. I will never use streaming services. Yeah, streaming services, you get a few things from some of these streaming services, but some of them, yeah, like, no thanks. Especially with all the shit Netflix was doing, where they were raising prices and then they were editing movies and stuff like that. I got no time for that shit. They lost our business a long time ago. They could kiss my ass. Every now and then, the flat earthers make a good point, and the nukes aren't real, folk. But then I go back to ignoring them. You gotta be careful. You might step off the porch and just go a little bit too far because the Earth chip day, and you're going right off into space with flat Earth. This fucking people. I mean, the funny thing about the flat earthers and the people that are saying, "Oh, well, flat Earth people were around then, and that was disproven." Let me tell you something. There were fucking globes. There were globes out way before that. They knew about that shit. It isn't some new phenomena. They knew the fucking Earth was round. Fuck out of here. These fucking weirdos. Disney is dead to me at this point. Yeah. Gardens of the Fallacy. True. Yeah, Frankie. I use streaming services. Yeah, I have a few, and that's all I have. And one of them that I use more often than not is Tubi. Why? Because it's free. That's what I use. I mean, there's a few of them that are free, but Tubi is, I think, one of the better ones, especially now that they've made agreements with some of the bigger streaming services so they get some of their shit on there. And yeah, some of their shit is winding up in other places. So my wife has that Amazon Prime shit. And I see a lot of the same things that have been on either Max or on Tubi or some of the other ones that winds up on Amazon now. So all these streaming services are making agreements with one another, and it's starting to become like I talked about years ago when streaming first started really taking off, that eventually they're all going to start coming together like the old cable companies, and you're going to see a bunch of these things under one roof. And if it's not going to be individual companies putting them all together, it's going to be these big companies making contract agreements with all the other ones to get some of their library over onto their services, and they're just going to charge a little bit more, and then they're going to make it almost like a one-stop. So if you come to Max, you can get stuff from Prime, and you can get stuff from Paramount, and you can get stuff from Tubi. Yeah, all in one stop, which is kind of stupid, because if they're making deals with Tubi, why don't I just go to Tubi and wait to see it for free? Make sure it's going to be limited when I can watch it, but I'd be better off at that point if that's what all these companies are going to keep doing. I would rather pirate than ever use streaming. And then there's the dinosaurs aren't real or space isn't real folk. They're out there. They're out there. Earth is round. There's actually banana shaped. It's actually what did they say? It's more oval shaped or like pear, not really pear shaped, but like apple shaped or something. Like it's not a perfect sphere. All right, Frankie, have a good one. What up, memes? Hanging out, chit chatting. I got Amazon, but I don't watch anything barely on there. Yeah, I went through a little bit of it last night, and I seen one okay show and a whole bunch of like, what the living shit is this on Amazon? Watch Pluto TV because it shows Transformers 24/7. Yeah, Pluto. That's another free service. Tubi has all the older Transformers cartoons. They had Beast Machines. They had Beast Wars on there. I believe they had a couple of the other ones. I know they had that other animated series on there. They had Cybertron. They had Armada. I forget what else they had. They had a few. They also got G.I. Joe, Mask. Like I had to rewatch Mask because I couldn't remember it, so I went on Tubi and I was watching Mask for a little bit. Cable 2.0, yeah, memes. It's coming. It's coming. Once again, whether somebody bundles them all together or whether each one just gets something from every other streaming service and they jack their prices up, that's what we're heading for. I've not got Amazon Prime. It's a waste of money. Well, my wife uses it when she orders shit off Amazon, so she gets like the free shipping, and then she gets the TV service to boot. Which is funny is I've got Max, and she uses Max a lot more often than she ever uses Amazon Prime. So streaming failed because Disney copied Netflix, and everyone did it. Yeah, it's oval. Yeah. Again, cocaine is hell of a drug. It is. I'm fighting the snooze. How are you? A lot of them are diehard religious too. Like I get faith in Jesus and all that, but come on now. Snakes didn't talk. Can we say it was really a snake though? Could that have just been an analogy for what it was? Think about that. Warner Brothers. Yeah. Thank you, Curtis. Always dropping everybody's links. Appreciate it. Everybody who drops links, man, really do appreciate it a lot. I love that you guys are helping out everybody else, man. Always plug your own shit. Matter of fact, Curtis, let's go ahead and post yours again, too. I know it's, once again, I got to update yours, but it'll still take people to your channel, so. The only Netflix series I've been excited about is called Tires, but it's not enough to get Netflix. I hear you. And once again, I wouldn't mind seeing the last season of Cobra Kai, but I am not getting Netflix again for it. Like, I just can't. There's nothing on there that was worth it. I remember months and months of looking on Netflix to see if there was anything, and there wasn't anything on there. Then they start talking about price hikes, and you can't share, and this, that, and the other. Like, yeah, screw you. I'll get rid of you. You can get free shipping without Prime. You just have to wait a few more days. Once again, it's not me. It's the wife. So, yeah. Yeah. I know. And I always say you got to do a little critical thinking when you're looking into this stuff. Like even reading the Bible, you got to do a little critical thinking and thinking about what they're saying. So you're looking at somebody's perspective from thousands of years, thousand some odd years ago, or whatever. You got to take into their perspective of things. So let's just say, for example, like they talk about Ezekiel and the wheel within a wheel. Looking at it from our perspective and what we understand could be, fuck YouTube. What is extraterrestrial life? We can kind of see the parallels that a wheel within a wheel and then like a mechanical assembly, that this must be some kind of flying craft. How would they explain it back then? They knew the wheel, so that's how they're explaining a wheel within a wheel. That's how their way of explaining it. Does it sound like a UFO craft? No. Maybe some of them used flying chariot because they had no other way to describe it. Or maybe some of them said flying carpet. That was their way of describing what they seen. Metaphors. Again, Curtis, almost 1,000 subs. Awesome. No problem, Curtis. Anytime. I've been losing followers on Twitter. I'm hoping that it's bots dropping out instead of me thinking Grayson and funny. You will never lose mine, Cotton. You don't have to worry about it. I mean, not unless they take mine away, but and I know YouTube does it. I've talked about it before. I literally was modding for a guy years ago. I was on his channel as he was running his live stream. I was modding his chat. And in the middle of modding his chat, I typed in his chat, "You're not going to believe this. YouTube just unsubscribed me from your channel." While I was on his channel modding, they unsubscribed me. I watched it happen. So this bullshit where YouTube says it's bots, it's absolute crap. They just fuck with certain people. Because I guess they got nothing better to do. They got some people in there with some hurt pussies, and that's what they have. They want to cry. They want to. Well, I'll get him. I'll unsubscribe him, and I'll unsubscribe people from him. Fuck you, bitches. Ezekiel's on drugs. I do think Jesus had a sense of humor. Yeah, Jesus was the first punk rocker. CJH. He went in there and he tore up everything because they were counting change in his father's house. I suspect that Jesus may have been a bass player. I mean, they always carry the drums, and he was carrying that cross. Just saying. Most of my followers on X are female porn star bots. Gab. Did the old walk of water, turns water to wine party trick, and everyone bought it. Come on. Shame on you, Prophet. I've been getting unsubbed like crazy from channels recently. I think it's automated, and if you're inactive on the channel, it just unsubs. Yeah, and sometimes that may be the case, Draven, but it's not. Like I said, literally modding for a guy's channel, tuned into his channel, was modding, and in the middle of his fucking live stream, they unsubbed me. Like I said, I've seen it happen a few separate times. And then I've had people that always stop by the channel, and they're always leaving comments on the videos, or they're always, partaking in the live streams and leaving comments. I've seen those people reach out to me and said, yeah, I was gone for the past week because I wasn't getting notified you were doing anything because they unsubbed me out of nowhere. And that's not a bot. That's not how any of this works. But if you subscribe in the past to one of those bigger YouTubers and you don't watch them anymore, and I've done it with a few of them that I stopped watching a long time ago, and I just purposely left the sub there to see how long it would take for YouTube to scrub my sub to their channel because I was no longer active and I was a bot. Never happened. Never happened. I had to manually delete them because YouTube wouldn't remove them. It's absolute bullshit. Yeah. If you change your channel name, can unmod you. Yeah. Well, I had already settled on Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, and it's been like that for years now. So, I will still get unsub from people's channels every once in a while. So, first thing I usually do if I see somebody's channel and I pop in, first thing I'll check to see if I'm still subbed. And there's been a few people I was unsubbed from. It's freaking hilarious. You miss the porn bot sometimes. They some of those people got on my nerves. Yeah, some of them were kind of funny, but yeah, some of them just got on your nerves. Hunt for Run October channel lost my sub. Oh no. Yeah, whatever search criteria they use, it removes you as a sub, and it's not automated. Yeah, I don't understand what they're doing. Some of it may be automated, but I think a lot of it's being controlled by people behind the scenes, because I've seen it with their Google mods where they just legit come after a person for something they say. And they really don't really hide that it's a real person because they get offended. And tell them that they suck taints tell them they lick taints and suck dirty anal beads. Tell a Google moderator that, and watch how fast they freaking hit you. That's just not automated. Do it multiple times. They'll keep hitting you, and then wait 5 minutes and then do it again. It might sit up there for a while before they catch it. If it was really all automated all the time, they would hit you immediately every single time, and it doesn't work like that. I've actually tested it. So, yeah. If there's a way to piss those people off, believe me, I will find a way to do it and get under their fucking skin. So I figure since they've gotten under my skin so many times, why shouldn't I return a favor at this point? they cook socks in hell. Oh, it's done automated? Okay. Like I said, I think maybe, but not all the time. I think they think, or I think they think they are smart enough for that. They have a search criteria for things they don't like. Yeah. Okay. They have a search criteria. Well, I mean, once again, I've legit seen people where they've gone out of their way to do shit. So this happens too. And all you need is that one weirdo that you've pissed off. Maybe they've seen you post something on Twitter. Maybe they've seen you post something somewhere else. Maybe they just seen a video that just really got under their skin and they decide they're going to make it difficult for you. I've been reached out to people where they didn't say they were from YouTube, but the wording and the way they phrased everything in the comment section of one of my videos sounded like somebody that was working for YouTube. It was just the way that they were fishing for information to find out why I think things were happening to my channel. And I just told them flat out why. And I literally have screenshots and I have proof of it. And then they got silent and they didn't want to say anything more about it. Oh, wonder why. I'm eventually just going to put all that stuff together. Maybe I'll do another music video just showing what kind of bullshit they're playing again, just because it's so much fun to watch them get upset over those videos. Apparently, there was a leak a while ago that the key is to share your videos on other platforms. Yeah. Debatable. We got under skin. Good. Yeah, I'm sure some are real humans, but not all of it is, which is an issue. Should all be a real person, and the automation should bring stuff up. Yeah, agreed. So it should be brought up for review. So their automation should bring things up for review. Now, I understand if certain things are so far beyond, I guess, what would be, required of normal moderation. So if things were like over the top with something like, I don't know, let's just say, how could you put that? Let's just say somebody's just sitting there and dropping racial slurs every 5 seconds on their channel, and they decide they're going to hit them with an automated. I can almost kind of get that to a degree, but there should still be somebody that looks over it and say, okay, that 100% was that, and boom. Not the automated just gets to say, and nobody bothers reviewing it. It should always be fucking reviewed at some point. Otherwise, you're just allowing, once again, what is basically AI to just do people's jobs. So what happens when they decide, well, what do we need people reviewing this for? We'll just let AIs. Next thing you know, all of our channels getting hit because the AI has determined something that we posted is against the rules for no reason whatsoever. And that's why, getting back to the AI talk real quick, that's why it's important to have regulations on that shit. It needs to be regulated. The mad left the SJWs never have proof. No, they don't. I mean, they got me for calling somebody a crayon eater and telling somebody go eat crayons. They got so offended by that. You mean like uncensored butthole waxing? Yeah. Papa, right there. That would be one of the things. Why is that not getting an automation hit? It should be. It should absolutely be hit. That's fucking horse shit. Like, I don't even see any limitations on that shit. I don't think I've ever seen one of those things where they had 18 and older or anything like that, where it's freaking behind the freaking wall or nothing like that. How is that allowed? Why? Because these people meet the agenda criteria? Miss me with that shit. Like if someone was at their hot dog or self-delete. Yeah. I get you, CJ. Yeah, some nasty shit on YouTube. There absolutely is. And nothing of value was lost. And totally not searching. It's in the algorithm. Yeah. It's fucking horse shit. It absolutely is. Guys, I'm gonna cut this one down now. Yeah, double standards. I'm going to get a few more things done. I had a piggy duty today, dealing with Helmet and his freaking asthma and shit. I still can't believe this poor pig has freaking asthma. Holy shit, man. Had to give him his medication, gave him his asthma treatment on the damn it, what the hell's that called? Nebulizer. So he got his treatments today for his freaking breathing. He was starting to sound like a frog, and I was worried about he was picking up a certain somebody's comic somewhere. So I had to nip that shit in the bud. But I'm going to get out of here. There are going to be some changes coming up from the toy stream, so there is eventually going to wind up being a new intro. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it completed this week, but starting next week, there's going to be changes to that. Unfortunately, there's going to be a loss of one of our key members on Collectible Past. I'm sad that it's happening, but I mean, it is what it is. So we're going to make some changes. Plus, Vinny keeps telling me he's getting hit for the intro, which is supposed to be legit and not copyright claimable, but it is anyway. So the pig's going to have to create some brand new music for the Collectible Past intro and do a whole new intro. Maybe make it a little bit more flashy, have a little bit more fun with it, but it is what it is. All the girls will see through Tyron with a disclaimer saying it's not for sexual gratification. Have a good one, Gap. Censorship is a sin. Yeah. Guinea pigs who think they're frogs are gay. Yeah, I was worried, but Helmet's okay. No, it's just his breathing. It's just asthma. So he's all good. He had his treatment. Sounds much better. Guys, thank you for being here. Once again, you could have hung out anywhere, but you chose to hang out with this most horrible, awful, most hated pig online. And I do appreciate you for doing so. Thank you to everybody who watches on the replay and everybody that leaves the comments down in the comment section below after the video has gone up as a regular video. I do appreciate it. And we'll have some more videos coming up. I'm going to have some more of the videos on the individual pieces for Voltron that are going to be being released. Some more Transformer stuff. And eventually there's going to be some more pig videos coming up. I'm just putting them together. A few more BattleBot shorts until I run out of the shorts. And then I'm going to switch BattleBots to regular videos, and the shorts are going to be few and far in between just because YouTube is absolutely burying every short that I do at this point, and it's almost a waste of time even putting them up. So I'm actually doing better with the regular videos at this point, and it's kind of sad. So, yeah, have a good one, Chaos. Eventually, I'm looking at hopefully getting Cage Talks back next week. I was kind of hoping doing this week, but I didn't have a chance to line up a guest. So should be next Tuesday, should be Cage Talks. Back with Cage Talks again. Of course, like I said, on Thursday, 8:30, we're going to be doing Collectible Past. And then, of course, Vinny's going to be doing some stuff on Friday and then Sunday. Later on tonight, ETEP will be doing Tuesday Night Horror. So stop by for that. I think Sporking is doing something on his Fire and Ice or Winds of Winter or whatever it is for the R.R. Martin stuff. If you want to stop by for that for a while, he should be either just going or just getting ready to go. So, yeah, guys, have a good one. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can or can't say, what you should or should not think, because your silence is compliance, gives consent. And I'll catch you next time. Later, y'all.
Forget the pigs, you should spend. Assimilated, but you don't know yet. Attacking us is not very wise. Our army's growing if we see through your lies. What we are looking at, good and evil, right and wrong. It's a pig world order. A pig world order. A pig world order. A pig world order. Somebody's going to wipe again their toes nibbled off in here. A pig world order. 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 Better hide your toes as we're coming for. A pig world order. A pig world order. A pig world order.